Hey guys, today I'm going to do a video about how to get what you want, and this video is actually part one of a two-part video series that I'm doing today and tomorrow about how to get what you want. And yes, I'm talking about the law of attraction, and of course I realize up front that a big part of the law of attraction is that you can't get what you want. As soon as you tell the universe, I want something, the universe goes, why, yes, you do want that. And you're like, no, I want this thing. Give it to me. And the universe goes, no, I can't give you what you want. If you tell me you want something, I'm going to match that. I'm going to give you the experience of wanting that something. Okay? What you need to do is have the energy of having or being, right? And I think those of you that have watched enough law of attraction videos, you get that. But part of the process of working with the law of attraction, instead of just being subject to it, because the law of attraction really is just how the universe functions, really is what it is. It's just that instead of being subject to those forces, you are working with them instead. And then when you are conscious and you are working with them instead of just being subject to them, that's when we kind of call it the law of attraction, because you're aware of what's going on. So part of that process is deciding what it is you want to manifest. And so it does kind of start with want. I mean, there is that, and then you take that energy and, like a good alchemist, you transmute it into having. Okay? So let's start with just the basics in these two videos, because I want to get past something really big that's a really big block for most people. And it's just how to be clear about what you want and what is stopping you, what beliefs you have about what you want that is stopping you. And I'm going to start at like the total basic, absolute ground level, okay, and then build off of that going forward. And that's what these two videos is all about. The first video, which is this video, I want you to understand something very important. It's the truth of reality that people need to get if you're really going to do something like figure out what you want, which is what these two videos are about. I'm not doing like a whole big series about the law of attraction right now, although I'm probably going to do that in the future, but I just thought I'd start basic. I just want to do the basics today, because this part, what I'm going to talk about in these two videos, a lot of people don't get this. They miss it. And then what they're trying to do when they move beyond is something that's just not going to work, because they can't get past the basics of what wanting is or what desire is, okay? So in this video, what I want to talk about is, what is reality anyway? Like, how do you define what you want? And how you define what you want is you first have to be clear about what's going on here, what matters. Like, if you say, I want to drive to Pittsburgh, and I look at you and you're driving towards San Jose, I'm going to go, well, you're driving towards San Jose. Yeah, but I want to go to Pittsburgh, and you've got your foot on the gas and you're driving towards San Jose. And I'm like, well, you got to stop driving towards San Jose then. But I don't know how. How do I do that? I don't know. Turn the car around. You know, and that's a problem for a lot of people, right? Like, Kurt, how do I stop doing this thing? I don't know. How do you stop binge eating potato chips? Just stop, right? Like, people that say they're tired of being broke, but then they get upset with people who make money. Hello? Money's not bad. It's what you do with money that could be good or bad. Well, anyway, what I want you to look at in this video today is, what are we doing here? Like, what's the basis? What's the system? What's the matrix? What's at the root? What is the source? What's the 0 point of all creation? Okay, and this part, if you don't get this, you can't do the rest, right? What's the 0 point of creation? What's the source? What's at the root? Well, look at it this way. Everybody in this world, in this life that we are living, I think maybe is taking things a little bit too seriously. And when people take things too seriously, they get hooked in to a story or a belief system that is hindering them from getting what they want. And what I'm here to tell you today is that the core of reality itself, the core of reality itself, good lunch, is that nothing matters. Nothing matters. That's what's at the core of reality itself. Nothing matters. This whole life that we're living is all made up. You're making it all up. You say you want to go to Pittsburgh, but you're driving towards San Jose. And then you're going, I don't understand why I can't go to Pittsburgh. You're making it up. You're making it all up. Listen to me. You are a soul. When you do the thing that we call die, your body ceases to function and your mind ceases to exist. What's left is you, the soul. That's what you are at your core. And I've got some news for you. You've lived forever. And let me spell it out for you here. Let me give you a scenario. It's like this. There's the Big Bang, and then our universe exists, and it expands out to a certain point. Space, right? It expands out to a certain point. And then physicists, they've predicted that what's going to happen is the universe is going to close back in to a single point again. And the universe will collapse and cease to exist. And this process of expansion and contraction takes, I don't know, trillions or quadrillions of years. I mean, the universe is ancient. And this has happened an infinite number of times. The universe has existed and then ceased to exist. That breathing out and breathing in of God has happened an infinite number of times. Think about that. And the first thing that your mind does, because your mind is based in this 3D limited reality, is to go, well, yeah, but when did it start? When did it begin? It never started. That's the whole mind-blowing thing about it. It never started. The existence has always existed. And then you got to ask yourself, what is existence? If the physical universe ceases to exist, what's left? And what I tell people is, I guess you could call it ether, right? Physicists would call it a singularity, a single point. And this process has happened an infinite number of times. Just imagine this for a second. 10,000 universes ago. Expand, contract, expand, contract. The universe Big Bang, and then it goes back to a singularity, right? 10,000 universes ago, you were the ascended master over a whole system of planets. And there was this hierarchy, and it was like this highly evolved civilization, and there was no war or famine or crime or greed or anything like we have here on this earth. Everybody was ascended. It was a highly evolved civilization. And it was peace and zen, and everything was in harmony, and the environment was like all nice and clean, and we lived in harmony with the earth. Not like Aborigines, but they had like amazing structures and technology maybe that like integrated with the environment and operated in harmony with the environment and traveled the cosmos of the local area of the universe at the time, 10,000 universes ago, Just think about this for a second. That actually happened, if I can imagine it, right? 10,000 universes ago, and how many lives are you going to live during the existence of one universe? Like a lot. Think about this for a second. Think about how puny and piddly this life is. Now, I'm not trying to demean the value of the life you live today, but what I'm trying to get you to see is that we're making all this shit up. Or maybe there was another Earth 5,000 universes ago. Or just think about how many lives you've lived in this cycle of the universe. You guys see where I'm going with this? Life is eternal. You have lived forever. And as far as the universe is concerned, there's no right or wrong. Imagine a real, like a black hole, swallowing up solar systems and planets and whole stars. A black hole, right? Sucking all that shit up. And here comes a solar system which is inhabited by like billions of people, and it's getting sucked up by the black hole. That goddamn black hole, you're bad. Who do you think you are? It's a black hole, guys. You see what I'm saying? Like, there's no good or bad. The universe just is. There's no intrinsic good or bad. Go look up that word, intrinsic. 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 There's no intrinsic good or bad. Everything just is. And think about this just in day-to-day life, even just little stuff. I mean, if there's a musical artist that you don't like a really hardcore, let's say heavy metal musical artist that's really obnoxious and worships the devil and I don't know, whatever, right? And people see him or her and they go, they're bad. Are they? Maybe you're a fan of heavy metal music and you like that and you think it's funny or something. They're just a rock star playing around, having a good time, and you think it's funny to watch the rock star being a rock star. It's entertainment, right? But somebody else, they're very offended. Who's right? Is it good or bad? And if I can decide that it's good and somebody else can decide it's bad, is it? Who's to say? It's not intrinsic. Nothing is. Not even war. Not even war. How many wars have been fought over the infinite number of universes that have existed? And when you think about every war that's ever been fought over the course of infinity, they're all insignificant. And then there have been times where there was great peace for a long, long time, and there was a lot of peace. It's just a game, guys. You're making it all up. We're here so that Source can experience itself as Source for a little while. And you get to live each one of these individual incarnations so that you can experience the excitement and the joy and the letdowns and the anger and all of it. All of it. It's a game. You're just playing the game. You're making it all up. But a lot of people, especially here on planet Earth, they sure do make themselves miserable, don't they? Because they take all this way too seriously. Anybody that clicks the dislike button on this video, hey, that's great. Click that dislike button. I don't care. But you take things way too seriously. I don't like this video. Fuck you. Ugh. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We're making this all up. I told you that I was going to talk about how to get what you want in 2 videos, and I'm setting this up. I'm clearing the slate. Think of what I'm doing in this video as hitting the reset button. I'm taking you to the 0 point. Nothing matters. Your ego, your mind, that's what tells you stuff matters. And so what do I pick? It doesn't matter. Pick what you want. It's arbitrary. Me personally, I'm going to go ahead and pick stuff that's more in alignment with like a higher vibration, love, peace, love, and understanding, right? I think everybody watching would agree that's the better way to go. And there's a lot of variables that can go in there too. Like me, I just bought a ticket to go see Marilyn Manson. And I think he's fucking hilarious. But you guys, he's just a rock star being an obnoxious rock star, and he's funny. And that's what I think of Marilyn Manson. I don't take him seriously. It's just entertaining. You know, he's obnoxious. It's funny, all right? I don't know. It's just funny to me. I think it's funny. Well, Kurt, this is really serious because look at all the things he does. Or look at all the things he believes. I don't care about what he believes. Just get up there and rip that guitar to shreds and rock out, dude. That's all I care about. That's all I care about. Okay? If you want to get all into what Marilyn Manson believes and what he represents, you knock yourself out, all right? I'm not going to do that. Well, that's totally arbitrary. You can't do that. There's a rule out there in the universe that says that you have to care about every detail with regard to everything that you do. No, there's not. No, there's not. You're making that up. You're making that up. Everything that you're doing in your life situation, you're making it up. Everybody on this planet is making everything up. Most people just choose to be miserable. That's the truth. That's the truth. Nothing matters, guys. Nothing matters. You choose. You choose. Clear the slate. Clean the slate. What I'm doing today with this video is I'm giving you a blank canvas. Because that's what this really is. And that's freedom. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good one.